Oh, steady. Easy.
It's all about balance, Brad.
Finally, a movie about the American dream. So we just got out of The Walk, which is a better movie than Pan. I actually looked on when I was curious to see how much money Pan made over the weekend.
Not as much money as I did.
I don't know what that says about this movie, because this movie made less. This movie debuted with only like $3 million or something like that. But it's a really good movie.
Didn't it come out to like way fewer screens though?
Is it in fewer screens now? Because I know it had a week where it was just in like a few cities or something like that.
Yeah, it had like some like odd engagement, like wasn't like just a week where it was only playing IMAX theaters and then it came out everywhere else.
But it was
I don't understand that business model.
I get it for a movie like this. Or Everest, or maybe The Martian. I kind of get that, because the last 20 minutes of this movie feels like one of those IMAX shorts you would go see at like the museum and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see from that aspect, but having like a lead time, like oh, it's just like, you know, like in IMAX theaters on the 7th, and then everywhere else by like, you know, the 12th. It's like,
I guess they really want to hype up the 3D for this movie. They really want to hype up the IMAX experience. I imagine they probably figure like, well, since we're debuting it in this particular kind of theater, then that means you're probably going to get your money's worth if you do go see it in IMAX, or if you do go see it in 3D. Granted, you should probably pick up on that from the trailer alone, because that kind of tells you, like, you know, this probably looks good in 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think this would honestly be kind of flat watching it just...
Oh, hell, when... In 2D?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when
the entire spectacle of it just kind of immediately is lost.
Yeah, it was like when we went to go see Everest, which is a good movie, but there were a lot of times when I was sitting there like, man, this is probably really cool seeing in 3D or in IMAX or something. But that was actually why, because when I texted you about this, I mentioned something about seeing it yesterday, because I was planning like, okay, I'll see Pan with Sarah, and then you and I afterwards will check out The Walk. And then I texted you like, would you be able to do Wednesday instead? The reason why is because like the 9 or 10 o'clock showing of The Walk was only in 2D. And I was like, you know, this one I think I kind of want to see in 3D.
And yeah, I mean, I definitely don't know if I would have ran out for like an IMAX screening of it, but yeah, I mean, this is definitely one where 3D is the preferred format for it. Definitely. Like I've seen plenty of 3D movies where it's like, if you see it, cool. If you don't, cool. Mm-hmm. Hey, this one's so fucking dark, don't see it in 3D.
Yeah.
Hey, this one has some cool stuff, like, you know, but I liked it. It was 3D, but a fair portion, especially like the stuff that really makes a difference. Like it was all like broad fucking daylight, so it really like that helps in a 3D movie for me. Like, don't have a 3D movie and then have the whole movie take place at night.
Like Saw 3D.
Yeah, you can't see shit.
What is some other dark ass? Saw 3D is the one that instantly pops in my head whenever. Oh, fucking My Soul to Take. Didn't we see Priest in 3D? We saw Priest in
90% of that is at fucking night.
Yeah.
This probably looks really cool.
It's
in the daytime.
It's a good thing he performed this stunt, like, in broad daylight with sweet 3D clouds everywhere and bird.
Fucking bird, man.
I had two favorite sets of characters in this movie, one of which were the uniform cops on either side of the tower who were reacting to him like the same way that like a random character in a video game reacts to the crazy shit you're doing.
What's going on with that guy? Hey, come on back here! Come on! Every single cop was like stereotypically Italian.
Yeah,
Every one of them, it's like he just woke up at his ma's house in the fucking Bronx and just drove his ass to work. He doesn't need this shit today.
Yeah, they're reacting like I'm playing like fucking Vice City and just like landed a motorcycle on a guy's head and oh yeah, so
look at this guy.
Did you see that over here?
And where's he going? He walks away again.
Hey, look at that tiny fucking helicopter. Go bash that shit in with a 2x4.
And every single time, like, he walks back and forth like 10 fucking times.
Yeah.
Every single time he gets to the end and starts putting it behind his head, like, to do that, like, little, like, spin movie does to switch
now.
directions.
Like,
what's he doing? Why are you putting that stick behind your head? Eh? Go! He did it! Go! He turned around and he's going the other way. Every time they were amazed by that, like, where did... He just did that and went back and came back to you. What? I wonder what he's gonna... Whoa, hey you! Hey, put that stick down! Hey, don't do that!
Stop dancing on there! You stop... That's very dangerous! I want you to come down off of that wire. that reminds me, like, when I was in New York last weekend, and when I was catching a cab to the airport, there was some, like, talk show that the guy was listening to, and it was some sports thing about the Mets, and it just sounded like if you were watching a cartoon series and they're making fun of this, because someone calls in like, oh, what do you think's gonna happen this weekend, you know, with the Mets and everything? You think they're gonna catch it? You think they're gonna something? And then the host is like, oh, what are you asking me for? I don't know the answer to these questions. Why are you asking me? Next caller.
You're taking callers asking these questions.
Like, I don't know who this guy is, but I love this guy. Like, look, they just put me here in front of the phones, all right? I'm actually more of a boxing guy. I don't know why they got me talking about the Mets. My other favorite sets of characters in this were the people who, when the crowd is watching the shit going on up there, the people who are just walking by not giving a shit.
You're like a businessman who gets out of a taxi, like, what's all this malarkey? Looks up, I got places to fucking go.
I'm already late for fucking work. There's a giant crowd out here. My taxi cab can't get through.
Fucking walk 5 blocks. You're like, nah. This is a bad day already.
No, my coffee's already cold. No, I don't give a shit about this guy on his fucking wire.
Yeah, ooh, look at me up here, look at me on some guy.
I asked my mom, like, right?
That's the best I can manage.
Doing a fucking dance. Yeah, I can do that shit on the ground too, buddy.
Well, look at me, I'm walking. Yeah, I'm walking.
Like, oh yeah, you can get a closer view of the clouds. Like, I give a shit. My coffee's already cold. I'm late for work. Gotta go to my whore wife at the end of the day.
Poor whore wife. She doesn't even know. I mean, she tries the best she can.
She really does. I did ask my mom if she remembered when this happened. And she was like, oh yeah, I remember. I asked my dad too. I was like, do you remember when this happened? And they were both like, yeah, I kind of remember seeing that on the news. And both of them were like, yeah, pretty much everyone around here was just kind of like, well, that seems like a stupid thing to do. And then went about their day.
Click. I wonder what Cronkite's talking about. And in other news, this guy. Huh. Something new every day, huh?
I guess this is...
Hey, honey, you see what they got in here? I don't get it. Click.
Why isn't he talking about Nixon? Who's this guy on the wire?
It's like, switch it over to the other one. Somebody got to be talking about this Watergate bullshit.
Yeah. Has Saturday Night Live been invented yet? I kind of like how this is sort of a heist movie.
Thinking about it, though, like, that's about the only way that you could film this and not just have it, like, it's just a biopic. Like, but I enjoy the way that they set it up. Like, actually, like, you know, like, it helps reinforce the fact that, like, there are stakes in this, and they are, I mean, okay, well, they're not really high. Like the worst that happens, they all get arrested for, like, trespassing, and
Yeah.
they have to do, like, community service or some shit, or just get put back on a plane.
Or he falls. In fact, I think the stakes are quite literally high.
up until the point of the actual walk, like, the actual heist parts in motion. Up
Yeah, they're
till
not
that.
going to go to jail or, like...
But yeah, they're gonna be like, all right, come on down. Like, where the fuck are you guys from? It's like, oh, you're not even here. Like, you're just on, like, a fucking travel visa. Like, get the fuck back. Just go.
Or,
And
like...
that's it. That'd be the worst that would happen.
Hell, at the airport, when the guy's looking at all this wire shit, the security at the airport, and then he just flat out says, I'm gonna hang a wire between the towers and walk it, and the guy's like, yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Alright, go on through.
I wonder if that guy, like, 3 months later was sitting there like, son of a bitch. You know, hey, honey, you remember?
Just give me my beer. You didn't believe me 3 months ago.
Told you I met that guy.
I wonder who the guy was who walked up there at the end. For a second, when that guy walked up, I was like, is this guy gonna jump?
That's what I was thinking. Like, he just kind of looks at them and looks at the side of the building. I'm like, I was just expecting like that moment in Walk Among the Tombstones where he just like steps up on the ledge. There's
Huh. I don't remember that part of this story.
like, that's just the damnedest thing.
And then,
Like, maybe is that how the crowd started? Like, I don't know. Like, I really haven't looked too much into this. Like,
the guy who did they think the guy who jumped off was the first person on the wire? Now we have the understudy?
couldn't cut it.
Oh, fuck. I guess it's time for me to step up and do this fucking wire. It's sort of like, yeah, the pacing and everything, how they assemble the crew, everybody's jobs. It's like watching The Bank Job if at the end, like, Statham just, like, sword swallowed for 20 minutes.
And then he just does something really wacky for no reason.
Yeah. And then beats a man with a brick.
It's because he was juggling the other bricks. Smack. Smack.
This has there's aspects of this movie that I would think were probably really bizarre had I not seen Pan yesterday. Because the framing of this movie is kind of weird.
Oh, you mean with the constant cuts to him talking about it from the Statue of Liberty?
From the top of the torch of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, those were weird. That was an odd way to set that up.
Yeah, that was odd. And the towers are always in the background. He's standing up there. The 3D is outstanding. And all I could think was like, this is wildly unnecessary. In fact, most of the narration in this is wildly unnecessary. And it's probably the weakest part of the movie, but at the same time, given that the last movie I saw yesterday just had characters spontaneously burst into nirvana while entering Mad Max Fury Road, like, I'm like, well, okay, I guess I can wrap my head around him standing on top of the Statue of Liberty.
It's not the weirdest thing you've seen in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, no. I've had a weird movie watching week. Like, okay, when I went to go see Pan, it was while taking a break from watching The Passion of the Christ.
Well, this ought to cheer me up. Before I go watch a man beaten to death.
I was 90 minutes in The Passion of the Christ, which,
Good pick for a horror movie, though.
fucking Christ, like, you can make any torture...
Literally.
You can make any torture porn you want as long as you put a halo on the guy. Like, that movie is 30 minutes long without the slow motion. There's a lot of things about that movie that I'd forgotten in the 11 years since I've seen it, which it doesn't seem like the kind of movie that you would forget something about because it's a simple film.
This is a regular afternoon in the day of life.
Yeah.
And also watching a man being scourged in the middle of the street. There's that part.
There are 6 or 7 moments in that film when he falls down in slow motion. Have you ever seen it before?
I've seen like 5 minutes of it.
Then you've seen it.
I reiterate what I heard a lot of people saying at the time. Guys, I read the book, it was better.
The movie is wildly more graphic. Well, at least
Not
that
the picture,
part.
not the picture Bible I had.
So the walk is more uplifting than that film, and actually somewhat fucking has a focus, unlike fucking Pan yesterday. Like, it is weird, like him on top of the Statue of Liberty and everything. But I mean, that was my least favorite part of the movie, and the narration was too, because it was kind of unnecessary. But
for a lot of it too, like if they had just had like him talking over, just like have the scenes a little bit longer and just him talking over the scenes, it would have felt less out of place. Like it still wouldn't have been like necessary for most instances, but I mean it wouldn't have seemed as like out of nowhere. Like it was like little breaks like that make sense in movies like The Princess Bride.
yeah, yeah.
But when you're watching the movie and it cuts to him saying something and then it cuts to him saying the thing that he said that he had said, it's awkward.
Yeah.
It's like, so I made up my mind to do it on August 6th. And then it cuts to him like, I figured it out. I'll do it on August 6th.
Yeah.
It's like,
you don't need narration for exposition that you've already said in dialogue, or that you can easily say in dialogue. And I think part of it for me kind of goes towards, with the exception of the last 20 minutes, he's not an especially likable character.
he's kind of a dick to everyone he knows.
Yeah, this isn't like a story of somebody who has humble beginnings and then over the course of the movie grows an ego and becomes an asshole. No, he already starts out like with the ego and being an asshole. It'd be kind of like if you watched Boogie Nights and Dirk Diggler like is already like a bastard.
Yeah.
And not just Eddie Adams from Torrance.
Because he kind of starts off arrogant, and I know that he mentions a couple times in the movie that, like, you know, to do that you have to act arrogant, you have to act like you always in control of what's going on, but at the same time it's like, yeah, but when you're doing that, when you're just talking casually amongst friends,
yeah,
you seem like a tremendous dick.
When you're just talking to like your girlfriend, or when you're just like having a normal conversation in a restaurant. I mean, this guy is kind of the equivalent of like that picture you see on like every hipster photo site of the shirtless guy on a bike who for some reason has a cello on his back. Yeah. I mean, like, the first time we see this dude in this movie, he's on a unicycle, like...
top hat, just riding around.
Yeah, which, you know what? God love him. He likes life. He's a dick. He's an asshole. You don't need to walk a wire between the two towers. But it makes him happy.
Yeah. So I stop him.
Yeah.
I mean, all the laws, obviously. Mm-hmm. But aside from that, I mean...
Yeah. But I mean, once he gets out there and he's doing his walk and the cops are there and everyone's cheering him on, the attitude he has when the judge asks him to do like a free walk in Central Park, he does become likable. He does become likable when all that goes on, and the movie is it. I like that the movie really is kind of a love letter to the World Trade Center without ever bringing up 9/11 or anything like that.
I was really nervous there at like the last like minute of the movie when like everything's resolved and then it cuts back to him talking about the fact that like his like visitor pass says like that he can come back forever. It's like, and then he just pans over to like the towers. It just does this slow creeping zoom as like day shifts to night. And it's like, are you gonna? Oh god, he just cut to the credits. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, if they were just gonna like dissolve away and then like the Freedom Tower is there or something.
That is exactly what I was waiting for it to happen.
I was hoping that wasn't going to happen.
I was waiting for like the skyline to kind of like shift a little bit and like, oh, here's new buildings and here's like the Freedom Tower thing. And like I was so fucking waiting for that to happen.
I was so glad it didn't. I was so
my fucking god. Yeah, no, I was sitting there just sweating that one like, just don't do it. Just don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. We finally have the balls to put the fucking towers back in a movie. Don't dissolve them back out of it.
Yeah, don't do this, Zoolander. Come on.
Or like the fucking Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, just don't show that part in New York.
It's like, oh, here's the business district of Manhattan, circa 1984.
Something's missing here. Some fucking sorcerer.
This is the first illusion in the movie.
If somebody walks into this movie, just, I don't know, maybe their kids are off seeing something else. Someone walks into this movie halfway through, doesn't know it's about wire walking. They might be like, what kind of movie is this? What are these guys up to? Is this some fucking conspiracy theory movie that I don't know about?
Honestly, especially like if you're watching the part like where he's doing fucking surveillance.
Yeah, surveillance on the towers. What is happening?
It's like, what the fuck am I walking on?
When does this take place?
No, it's okay. It's just about like the bombing in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. We're finally getting that Lone Gunman movie. No, but like it was really bittersweet there at the end when they, he talks about how much he loves the towers and how much some New Yorkers kind of thought it was ugly and it was an ugly idea when they started building them, and now after this kind of made the news and everything, how they kind of started warming up to it. I mean, yeah, it was put in there to tug at your heartstrings and to certainly be a love letter to the Trade Center, but it was classy of them to do that without what you just said, and also what we said in the theater, like someone saying like, man, I hope they stay there forever, or
and again, like it kept baiting those moments like someone was about to say something fucking schmucky like that.
Yeah.
It's like too thick. You put it on too thick. Just pick some of that back up. You don't need all that.
Yeah, the last 30 seconds of Pan really could have taken a lesson from this with all the fucking shit they put in the ending of that. Like, man, Captain Hook, I bet we're always gonna be friends.
Wink.
Wink. 3D wink. I like it. Oh yeah, one thing I like too is that we've seen Ben Kingsley play God knows how many ethnicities.
I honestly, at this point, I'm honestly not even sure what fucking ethnicity he is anymore.
Yeah. It's kind of like in the 80s when we weren't exactly sure what Fisher Stevens was.
Yeah, Fisher Stevens, fucking John Rhys Davies.
Yeah, he's right there. Ben Kingsley's right there with him. And I like that this is a movie that even the movie doesn't know what ethnicity is.
Like, he never said where he was from, and I never asked. It's like, starts yelling at him in, like, Czech, and he's like, I'll switch to English. It's like, perfect, okay.
Oh, he's an actor named Trevor. Okay. At least that movie explained his ethnicity.
He's just a guy.
Did not see this coming. Oh, is there anything else? I mean, it's a pretty straightforward movie. I liked it. I thought it was the character is a little grating at times and a little douchey, but it wasn't like watching like, okay, like that dip fucking Green Inferno or insert Eli Roth movie here. I was never like, I don't want to see a movie about this guy. I was never like that. Like in the times I found this character kind of annoying, the movie was still pretty consistently entertaining. I was just kind of sitting there like, this guy's kind of a dick, but whatever.
Yeah, like there's some times like it seems like the movie's almost throwing like a temper tantrum.
Oh, like when he's complaining about his turtleneck that he dropped.
Yeah. It's like, just go. Mm-hmm. It's like, now I have to do this in this undershirt. It's like
this V-neck.
It's like, so you're doing it with less of a collar is the issue. You're gonna change to a shirt that had more of a collar, and now you have to wear a shirt that has less of a collar.
Yeah.
The fucking indignity of it all. Cut that shit down. Just fucking pack it up. Call it off.
It's over. It's over. Fucking over.
It's a wrap. It's done. It's like, the guy's just like, just do it in that shirt.
He's more worried about that than he is the fact that he has a hole in his foot. It starts bleeding on the wire towards the end.
Which I kept waiting for that to also be a thing. Mm-hmm. You're like, oops, he like slipped or something because of the no, it just kept showing like blood just pumping out of his foot, getting all over the wire, but nothing ever comes of it. So I'm like,
if he's fine, then why should I worry?
I guess if he's okay with it.
I like the dude who's that poor guy who's afraid of heights. Who has to
spends like 90% of the movie hanging from ledges and like just sitting on like girders over nothing.
Over that like fucking elevator shaft that we see like John McClane hanging from. This poor guy just sweating bullets, and they got John Ralphio in there to help them out.
Fuck yeah.
And that guy with the photographer who looks like kind of like 70s Travolta. Yeah, I really liked his little like band of misfits that he assembled, like pawn shop guy.
Pawn shop guy was good, but like incredibly high stoner guy was just, it's like, why is he even in the movie? Because they needed one more guy.
Yeah, the stoner guy who looks kind of like porno Superman from that 70s movie that I watched. Just like eyes protruding out, long face, just he looks like the 70s.
He looked like if somebody said like, draw me a picture of like Matthew Lillard, but make him look, more like a realistic version of Shaggy, not actual Scooby-Doo Shaggy.
Yeah, I can see that. If he was also a British rocker.
And he's really big into Spinal Tap.
And then there was their inside man, Satan.
Yeah, fucking seriously with that. Dude looked like fucking Hugh Jackman from Pan, but just with more hair. And of course it's like greased and slicked back and down.
Curly big old mustache,
like the fucking like Van Dyke goatee mustache combo. It's like, who are you? I mean, really?
It's like this guy looks more like somebody I'd see walking a wire than this guy over here. This looks more like the kind of guy I'd see with a top hat and a unicycle. And who's doing that while plotting to put Lois Lane on some railroad tracks.
That guy looked like that's what Al Pacino looked like in The Devil's Advocate during the 80s, and then he changed his look in the 90s
to fit more with the times.
Like, this isn't going to work anymore.
Now I look too much like Satan.
Step backwards.
No, I would recommend this. I say, like, it's pretty necessary to see it in 3D, but if you hate 3D, it's still worth seeing in the theater.
Yeah, it's not a bad film, but yeah, it's definitely like if you're gonna watch it in either format, 3D is probably the preferable one. Like, there's honestly like that first moment when like he gets up on the towers and kind of like steps out on that little like I-beam that's sticking out and looks over the edge. Like, it honestly like made my stomach just a slight bit queasy for just a second, because I'm like, okay, no, that's fine.
When he laid, I could hear you next to me when he laid down on the wire. I heard
like,
you next to
me.
Just,
Fuck you. This movie's bullshit. This whole thing's bullshit.
That didn't fucking happen. Dude would be dead. Nope, not buying it.
It's like, oh, here's a documentary about it. News footage.
Whatever.
Doctored.
Doctored footage made by the same people who put together Room 237.
Crazy people.
Oh God.
But yeah, I recommend this one. Like,
Yes,
it's
so do I.
just like a nice casual movie to go
Yeah.
to. I just, again, like, the one thing it just seems so out of place is just the cutaways to the narration. It's just it's weird, and especially since it opens on that, like, just a close up of just his face. It's super fucking jarring.
Yeah, it's weird. It takes you out of it a little bit, but I did get used to it over the movie.
But yeah,
I was always kind of like, yeah, necessary, but I still liked it.
With stuff like that, like, it's just the only thing I immediately, like, pops to mind is, like, that stupid fucking shit that they did like that in The Fourth Kind with, like,
Oh,
it's like, hi, I'm actress Mila Jovovich and this is a movie. It's like, thanks.
I thought that was way worse.
That was way worse, but, like, whenever he was just, like, standing there talking about what we were about to see, it's like,
Yeah,
you just show it already.
like, at least
Just cut to it.
At least it wasn't like it didn't go as far as The Fourth Kind and have on this side of the screen it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt, on this side it's the footage from the documentary.
Split screen with you watching this movie and also Man on Wire.
Yeah, it's great. Could have just fucking stayed home
Yeah,
to the safety of my couch.
I think that one's on Netflix.
Yeah, guess what I'm watching later. Well, tomorrow I'm gonna be at Goosebumps.
Ooh,
Yeah,
sounds
it's
spooky.
gonna be really scary. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm gonna be at Goosebumps, and yeah, I think we're gonna try to see Crimson Peak sometime over the weekend.
Which I've been hearing nothing but incredibly positive things about.
I bet it'll be way scarier than Goosebumps.
I'm hopeful. Like, one of the best criticisms I heard of it was just the fact, like, it's an R rating and it absolutely earns an R rating.
Nice.
I'm like, all right. I'm curious.
I like to hear it. I like the sound of that.
Watched one of Guillermo's movies, like, just the other day, so I'm like, all right, I'll watch some more.
This movie's only rated PG and earned the PG rating, I guess.
It showed just enough of his bare ass to not get in trouble.
Wait, that's a good... Are we going... Well, I guess since it takes place in the 70s, like, they're going by 70s standards of PG. Okay, all right. We've gone back. We've gone back to you can show bare ass in a PG movie now.
Butts and boobs, as long as it's moving, like, don't focus on it. Just, it's just stuff in the background.
All right. I can deal with this. We just nix the PG-13 rating, get that the fuck out of the way. We got G, PG, R, and self-applied X.
We think no one should see this unless you really want to see it.
Keep telling yourself it's only a movie. See ya.